Hello, fruitful and balanced people. I hope that you had an amazing week and that you were able to take some time to do some reflecting and to be still and think about your values and the things that you want to be committed to as you move towards your most balanced and fruitful life. So today on another Application Fridays, I want to just share something really brief and quick with you to help you really look at your value system and define each of those values. So on Monday, I talked about ACT, which is ACT, and that is a therapy approach that helps us to be present with ourselves and be able to increase our psychological flexibility. And if you want to learn more about that, check out the previous video about psychological flexibility and ACT, ACT, and how that helps us to have a balanced and fruitful life. Again, this month series is talking about the importance of values and how that gives us identity formation, how that also shapes our psychological flexibility, and then how that improves and helps us to maintain healthy relationships. So with today's Application Fridays, I want to help you to look at what your values are and then give you those tools to define them so that you can move in them consistently. So the first thing that I have is a value list, and you want to go to the link below and look at those list of values. Pick your top 3 to 5 that you find to be important. You may start off with maybe 10, but sometimes I find that it's important to kind of hone in on them a little bit more so that you can be mindful about which of those are really categories. Sometimes we may have a lot of different ideas or things that we like, but they probably can fit under a category. For example, somebody may choose creativity, art, music, and that may be something that they value, but the category for that may be expression. So you can have different values, but they can come under a category. So once you have picked through those values and you have selected a category for each of them, then you want to define what those values mean. Because in order for us to move towards something, we have to know what the thing is, right? So I'm going to help you through that by sharing the journalist questions. I know we've heard of them before. I'm just going to reiterate them again. So those journalist questions that you want to ask yourself is the who, what, when, where, how, and then why. And those are so important to ask ourselves when we're defining our values, because it helps us to really give some shape and definition and life to those things so that we can have a relationship with the values so that we can be consistent with them and produce the fruit that we want to produce, right? So once you have sat down and determined what your top 3 to 5 values are, you're going to ask yourself, what does that mean? Who is that value for? Why is it important? How are you going to execute it? When are you going to do with it? And what is it? You know, just really being able to take a step back, be still, incorporating that value of stillness to really define what those categories or what those values are for you. And once you have done that, then you can start setting some goals for yourself to move towards action-based behaviors that are congruent with your values. And again, in ACT, it's really helping us to be present and mindful about what we're doing and why we're doing it, and then help us to be active in it and pursue it regardless of whatever is happening or who we are around or the context that we are in, because in order for us to increase that psychological flexibility, we really have to be mindful and consistent with our value system and the things that gives us meaning. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Like I said, today was a really quick Application Fridays, but hopefully it was powerful and nourishing for you. All right, I have some great things coming up next week and in the following month, so please continue to be present with me as I provide those therapeutic tools for you all to have a most balanced and fruitful life. Please, if you have questions, reach out, feel free to contact, and have a fantastic weekend. Get some rest, do something that brings you joy, and I will see you all on Monday.